Hello. Can you hear me? That's a good question. Yes, you can hear me. Good. That's quite nice. Hello, everybody. How are you? Are you well? As you probably as you saw. Definitely water. Anyway, as you may have seen just now, I have updated my webcam software, so it looks a little bit better on my monitor. So hopefully it looks a little bit better on your end. But yeah, that's what I was doing last night. I was basically doing some back end stuff, and updating stuff. And I also had a thought. But before I go into my thoughts, first of all, how are you? Are you well? I hope you are, and I hope you're having a good time of it right now. Yeah, so obviously recently been playing Darkest Dungeon. I'm not playing that today. I'm playing Pillars of Eternity, a brand new game. Well, I said brand new game. It's not new at all. I'm just going through my backlog, good old Steam backlog. Never played it before. Loved Baldur's Gate. Never finished that, but I absolutely love Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Yeah, so I think it's more of the same of that kind of style, but we'll see more of that in a bit. Not going back to Darkest Dungeon immediately, because what I'm finding is that it requires a bit of a grind, and I don't know if that's really streamable right now. So putting Darkest Dungeon on pause. I might stream it like once a month or something, or if I get to a big boss. But I feel like I need to put some time in to improve the characters before we continue further, because what I'm finding is I'm going in and then having to pull out. It's not that entertaining to watch. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time off screen and you will see Darkest Dungeon again. I also found out that the Butcher's Circus DLC was free. So here we go. So I've actually got that yesterday, and the Musketeer, which is a new character as well. So hopefully we'll find them at some point in the stage. But enough of that. That's enough of my waffle, really. I've been going on about 3 minutes now. Let's get to the game, shall we? Again, I should hopefully be only on for about an hour tonight. But we shall see. We shall see how things go. And has that sound not coming through? Yes, it was coming through. It's a very clever thing, because every time I go away from it, it cuts off the sound, which is quite nice. But yes, Pillars of Eternity. Yeah, as you can probably gather, it's very, very much fantasy settings. This is all the DLC, and that's what I was just looking at the end. We're just going to play through the initial part first. Don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to click. Do I need to click on the option to see if I've clicked anything silly? Press updates, continue movement on engagement, and the commentary. No, that's clever. That's very clever, actually. I think everything is fine though. Graphics, if actually that's the point, is there. Subtitles, font fixtures. I think there might be big head mode. Thanks, Josh. Thank you, Josh. Oh, speaking of big head mode, GoldenEye is now available on Xbox and Switch, and I'm desperate to play it if I can. But I don't think I'll be not for a few months. But time will come. Time will come. Anyway, I'm yammering like nothing right now. I really am. Difficulty. No, nothing's in there. Game. That's what we saw. Hopefully then. Hopefully it will already have. Oh, okay, yes, just mainly mouse. I hope that there'll be some kind of tutorial anyway. But like I said, I don't know if we're going to play through as a let's play of this, because I might be very, very anal on this. Storytime modes for players who are more interested in exploration of story. feel like I should be going to normal, but it's recently returning to real-time party. I'm recently returning. I'm gonna go easy, but I should really go normal, I think. Path of the Damned, what is that? My god, insanity. Okay, let's do that then. Even though I feel normal should be what it is, but there we go. Obsidian. It's very pretty, isn't it? Very, very pretty. Any weapon that lists a damage type like slash or crush will do whatever damage type is more advantageous, usually whatever type the target is most vulnerable to. Yes, this is very, very pretty, very, very pretty. And hopefully it will load and not have any issues. He says.
Their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
End of the adventure. Oh, it is done. The little gauntlet. Oh, I get to choose a character. Oh, okay. Level 1 fighter, definitely. Sex is male, I'll leave that there. Race. Do next then. Human or mourner. Oh! Like Avatar. A dwarf. Oh man, that's funny. That would be awesome, just running around. An elf. Orlan. Wow. And godlike. I am Groot. What? Resolve and might. I might just be boring. I always, whenever I tend to play fantasy, I always go human, warrior and tank. That's just what I do. Conan style. Children of the Kith. Don't take the pith out of the Kith. Physical aspects associated with the gods. Dexterity and intellect. Ooh, this... Folk. I'm definitely a folk. Okay. Yeah, let's go next. Ocean folk. Meadow folk. Savannah folk. Ooh, look at you. I've never been that tanned in my life. I'm going to go with meadow folk. Because let's face it, I'm from the Shire anyway, so it's probably closest to reality. Fighting spirit once per encounter 5 seconds after being reduced below 50% endurance. Folk temporarily endurance. Folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. Oh, we've got a barbarian. Oh god, look at him. Roots, madmen, berserkers. A chanter. Oh, look at the axe on him. A cipher. Wishelgrin, mind hunters. Wow, this is more than I'm used to. Most cultures with Martial structure. Fighters can beat encounters. Wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, all types. Cell swords. A monk. Paladin. Priest. Ranger, rogue. Yeah, they're your standard fare. A wizard with a great big tome. Your rogue. Ranger. Question is barbarian. Have a special, almost religious role in some cultures, but in many places the undisciplined, fearless style of the barbarian is simply how warriors conduct themselves. I'm torn between a barbarian and a fighter. Constant recovery, continue to regenerate endurance at modest rate. That seems like a fairly safe place to start. I think I'm going to go with fighter just because of that constant recovery. Yep. Be boring. Knockdown or discipline barrage. Knocking them prone and causing additional damage. Actually, I think that's probably better. Let's do the knockdown. Attributes. Constitution. Highly recommended for fighter. Oh, I'm glad it says that. Oh, is that also highly recommended? Oh, I like that. It tells you you might want to put your points in here. Perception's good to have though. Okay, so let's just stick about 15 in there. Let's stick 15 in there. Maybe 14. Might's also got a star. 2, 3. Now I'd quite like to improve perception for traps. And that leaves 1 for dexterity. Why not? Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Culture. Aedir. The Aedir Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. It is centered around the equator. As a tropical climate, though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Aedir is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations. Deadfire Archipelago, consisting of the nations of Nasitak, dozens of Omoa settlements and hundreds of lawless pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire is home to boreal dwarves, Omoa, and a mixed variety of other races. Deadfire Archipelago is the last stop for anyone headed east. A multitude of monstrous sea creatures infest the ocean beyond, making travel virtually impossible. The plains located northeast of Glenfath, fertile savannas, Old Valia. Crown jewel of the Southern Seas, Old Valia is now crumbling remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. That's a cool piece of armour, though, that is. I'm liking that. Ratsatui. Wawatai. Wawatai? Gulf itself hosts nominations, most of them Orlan Dwarven. Blah 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 blah. The Living Lands. Mountainous region of large northern island. Night +1. The White That Wends. A large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. Perception +1. I'm quite liking Old Valia, but let's have a look at what the bonuses are. Constitution, Might +1 for the Living Lands. Resolve +1, Dexterity +1, That said, it's a free intellect point. Let's go for Old Valia. Yes, because that's 10, isn't it? Let's go for Old Valia, because then it just means that everything looks nice and neat up here. Do it! Oh, even more choices, more choices. Aristocrat? No. Colonist? Drifter? Stealth 1, Mechanics 1? Okay. Labourer? Merchant? No. Slave? Mercenary? You solve your problems by pulling out your weapon and applying force. All were misses. Hunter. You live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. Dissident. You made a name for yourself as a troublemaker. Disrespect for authority and lack of care regarding the rules are recurring themes in your life. An artist. I'm tempted with mercenary. Or drifter. Stealth and mechanics. Athletics and law. Yeah, let's go with mercenary. Appearance. Oh, that's cool to have a little portrait like that. Can I change that? God, there's 99 portraits to go through. Good God. Look at that rogues gallery. It's like a casting call for the new Lord of the Rings show that was on Amazon. Looks like a Time Lord with that. Okay. I shouldn't have clicked away, should I? Too many faces. He's quite cool. The Hooded Man. Yes, I think I might go with the Hooded Man. Quite like that. Facial hair. Massive beard. Massive tash. Have we got like a Hulk Hogan tash? That would be... Ooh, tempting. Yeah, let's leave facial hair as that. Head. Just the one head would be fine. Can I zoom in? Could be Seth Rogen. That's probably closest to my real do. Yeah. Dark brown. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, that'll do. What next? I get to choose the size of my fingernails? No. Smooth.
Yes. Watch and learn.
Stand together!
Steady does it.
I've got this.
Oh no.
Death to our enemies!
Let's keep quiet. I'm here. Leading the way. Easy now. I'm here. Leading the way.
It's quite cool.
Silence surrounds me. Yes?
I shall lead us.
Show him how it's done!
Easy does it.
Mm-hmm.
Watch and learn.
Show him how it's done!
The better part of valor.
Just say the word.
Feisty. What else have we got? Sorry, I'm having too much fun. Or just
I've got this. A blade in the dark.
Leading the way. Attack! Easy now. Leading the way.
I'm going to choose noble. And to name, I'm actually going to use the name that I always use on RPGs. And that's all, it's just been a running thing. And it's the name that I got from a Jedi name simulator way ages ago. Like, more than 20 years ago now. So that'll do. I've already just used it. Excellent. So if you see that name in a game, chances are it might be me, but I doubt you will, honestly. Right, let's just continue. Are we done here finally? Let's do this. Caravan Master Adema. The Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red moustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks over you.
Touch of the
Or
rolling
looks you
rock
over.
could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. In which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker. Let's see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Okay, Spoff nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Okay. Where would I find these bows? What are the ruins? Is it dangerous out here?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Glonfoth and arrows.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear.
Who did build the
Got
ruins?
different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business. And not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate. What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowig, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground? What's with all these questions I'm asking?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
Guess that's why they call it a soul butcher then. I'll go about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travellers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy armour-clad woman who has spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow. Hardcore.
Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
He casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off with you. Aiden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Okay, so camera controls is with that, not with AWSD. This is your first visit to the world of area and may want to watch the windows to become familiar with the tools and interface belong to you. Okay, cool.
Indeed.
Suspended. Excellent. Oh, right and left click are both the same thing. Right, so let's see. Your party always consists of your capturing up to 5 additional companions, while the caravan is camped outside Glarfarthen ruins. Adem has assigned Calista to help you. Calista's fighter class excels at quarters, just like me. To select a party member, click on their selection circle or their portrait or past the number button. Oh, is there a number button? Yeah, there is. Cool. And then I'm guessing to select them both.
I'm here.
Yeah. To move selected characters, click anywhere on the screen. Yeah. Multiple party members selected. The action bar is hidden. To see an individual character options, select only that character. Got you. Now, can I actually... Ooh, can I actually look in there? Give it a go. Yeah. Can I nick anything here? Is there anything worth looking at or speaking to? Yeah. Don't matter them, this is as good a place to camp as any. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters would simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have a large conversation to explore. Merchant Hidden has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Do I even have coin? Best not to wander alone, especially so near the ruins.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Okay, you got nothing to say. You're a caravaner. You're a caravaner.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Where the hell are you then, fella? Blah blah blah. Oh, is this fella? Can I not even speak to him? That'll be him, won't it? No, it's not. Where is this fella then? Can I double click to... No, it's only... Well, I guess it's because of that. Ah, there's the chap. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Got a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
Scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you've got. Do I even have... what have I got? Stores allow you to trade in sale items for copper pieces, which is CP. All items in the inventory, merchants buy items at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in the store's inventory at a much higher cost. And they refresh inventories. So I've got 100. That's the point. Do I even have anything on me? Space Piglet, what? This tiny titanic pig has otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behaviour. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. And it's worthless. And a ring. Which gives us a nice little bonus as well. But I'm a bit worried because does that mean that I don't have anything on me? Does it really? I'm about to go. Is there a knife inventory? Oh no, I do have a weapon at least. That's all I've got, but it's not good. Right, let's see what else he's got then.
Something else you need?
Let's see what we've got. A rod. A heater shield. Minor regeneration, but that's very expensive. Lockpick. You know what? Yes. Yes, I'll take them all. Oh, I don't have that many, so can I take one off? Oh, just one then. How about one? Okay. 38 copper. Give it a go. You still got that anyway.
Something else you need?
Who are
I'm a
you?
trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to
Adir.
establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
We might as well try. Tell me more about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here. The colonies used to include Raed Ceres and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire. A fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. Kind of like that. And Robinson. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Ceres? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is former Adir colony, so it seems a good place to start. And as much as I admire the Raed Ceres, he said, didn't it? Work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. Sounds reasonable enough. Right, I better go. Is there anything I can pick up here? Yeah. What's there? Come on, loot. Good. Take all of that, thank you. Anything else that I can take? Okay, go through here. Let's see if there's anything around the back here. Ooh, light armor. But I've got better armor on me. So I guess then I go out that way through. Can I go out this way? Should I go through this way? Some horses. Oh, hello. Did I just... I thought I could pick something up just then for a second. No, just me. Okay, there's nothing else here, is there? God, imagine if we just found those berries right here. Fallen tree doesn't budge. Sap oozes from the jagged wound in its trunk.
Not looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Righty-ho, fair enough. Let's see what else is around here. Yeah, so we are forced this way anyway. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity as you make your way through the Eastern Reach. Open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. Which one's the area map? That's the map. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's quite a nice map, actually. Right, so... Oh, who's this fella? Sparfle.
We'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Don't know, it looks like it's running to me. Oh. Right, let's see if there's anything in here. No. Oh, I've got something. What's that? Admeth's wort, I'm guessing that is. Or unless it is pronounced wort. The path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came, grooves in the road mark passage.
We shouldn't stray too
Risk
far.
fans. Alright, alright. So I can't go that way, that's an invisible wall.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Oh, we've got beasties. Here we go. Use a pausable real-time system because you'll often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume. Yes, yes, yes. Cool, I do like the automatic pauses though. Is it just... I think there's another wolf there. So let's just do... Oh, you've got some stats here, haven't you? Weapon sets, yes. What's that? Second wind. And knockdown. Same as me. Let's try doing the knockdown. See how it works then.
What you need?
One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When the characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement attack from the enemies engaging them. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee. Cool. Let's go. All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, level, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to appropriate defenses, blah blah blah. Accuracy is above the targeted defense. The attack is more likely to result in a crit. Cool. Let's just damage reduction, blah blah blah. Come on, let's just get going. Let's go.
Onward.
Keep on going. Ooh. Yep,
I shall.
we won that one. Let's loot him for a pelt. And I think that's the remnants of a horse.
This is it.
Oh, there we go. Spring berries. Oh, and it's just automatically. You look like you've seen your share of action. What did you do before you came out here? I used to go on adventures and expeditions, whatever paid. Yeah, how is it you happen to come here? Haha. You went to a bar fight with someone with spare time resource to punish me for the rest of my life? Or had a job go bad on me, some deaths that didn't need to happen? Took a job from the wrong person, only after I finished it I realised it would cause everyone to hate me. I've just had my fill of it. Time to lead a quiet life. That isn't your business. I'm going to go with that third option. I know what that feels like. You really can't trust anyone, can you? Calliska breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think, I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? I hadn't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. I hope to meet someone and fall in love. Probably the same thing I did before. Just looking for some adventure, really. Getting into trouble, I expect. I'm going to find some new friends. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Getting into trouble, I expect. Ha! You've come to the right country. The whole place is crawling with troublemakers. It's a point of pride for them. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Adim will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Calliska sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here. Some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried. But that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Examitil? But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Adem I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rauatai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after war some years back. Locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Alright, let's get back to camp. End of discussion. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle was getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, sap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water. Yes, let's. And let's go and find this stream. What's that? Burned lady. Oh, it's mushrooms. I got me a burned lady over here. Okay, let's keep on going. Oh, there's something. Is this back at camp or what is that? Why does that look odd? That looks like it's something. Is it just a light? It's just a light on the tree. It just looks a little bit odd there. Okay. Let's go down here. Yep, I hear water running. Boom, here we are. Oh dear. Is there anything else? It's odd, I can't actually. Ooh, what's that? Is that a dead body? There's more dead bodies. What on earth's going on here? What you got? Leather armor, leather armor. Lockpicks, cool. Looters or bandits, bad sign any way you figure it. Oh, goodo. Corpse is cold to the touch and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. And I can't loot him. It doesn't look like whoever's done it is about. I think it wants me to cross the bridge, but before I do, I just want to see if I've missed anything else. You see, this is what I'm saying. I get really anal in these kind of games. And I am loving it. Anything worth looking at? Anything worth looking at? No, there is not. Okay. In that case, let's go to the bridge. Is it a bridge? Oh no, it's there. Dickhead. Let's cross the bridge and find trouble. Oh, what's that?
What a surprise. Barf, this is recent.
Oh, you crouch at the riverbank, you dip your water skin into the cool water while Kaliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look sharply up towards the tree line. You gained an item, her full water skin, added to the stash. Oh, that's cool. You can actually use the tab to highlight. That's quite handy. Out of the trees emerges Sparkle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with laboured breath.
Sparkle, are you alright?
Sparkle's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft and arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Okay. You're closest. You're hunter. You're a hunter. Let's go for you first and let's do the old knockdown trick on you. What about you? I'm going to leave it for her because unless... No, do it both on the same one. Oh, she's got an arrow. Let's take him out as quickly as we can now. That knockdown didn't work. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't more suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the deal will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type, and switch to a weapon spell that does different damage. Okay. How about you? You do your one then. I didn't want to do that. Knock him down. Oh, there we go. Oh, nice one.
Yes?
Come on, pay attention.
Charge! Onward!
Oh, no, didn't want to do that either. I wanted to do that on her. 50%. There we go. Nice.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
No, we're fine. Hide armor, bow, yes, please.
I shall.
Take all the money. Oh,
I'm here.
have you become disconnected from the party? You can tell it's tutorial because I'm sure we were taking damage there. And yeah, it looks like we're still absolutely fully healthy. But yes, here's a camp. Footprints around the campfire. An instinct may have been here for days or longer. Is there anything worth having? Yes, there is. Yeah, take the beer. Anything else here? You know what? Let's turn on that tab. Oh, can you not have it on? It just highlights it. Okay. That's quite useful to have, though. I mean, you saw me earlier just wafting my cursor around. There's nothing else up here, is there? Nothing here but trouble, boy. I've really got to stop quoting Robin Hood. It's a good film. Oh, we got some mushrooms. Deer cap. Where'd you get it from? Over there. Fucking hell. Right. There we go. We can now get back to camp. Although chances are the camp's also been hijacked. And we're going to come in and we're going to have to kill the whole bloody lot of them. The whole bloody lot of them. Yep. Right, just charge him. There we go. Nice. You got anything? Yes, you have. Nice. Take all. Yep, there we go. Look at them all. Not that I'm used to this kind of games or anything, but... Ooh, grandfather and leader. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travellers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapour. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognise as Hearden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Glanfath. We have not trespassed. We don't know what. I'm going to use the law one because it is something that I've got on me. Disposition, reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive you personally through your personality through the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favoured by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favoured by the deity and order, respectively. Okay. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them, they mean to kill us all. Rush the man law. Whispers got away. Nickelodeon told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Only Only a fool attacks a weak enemy when a strong one yet lives. Go ahead, kill him now. Do it. Man, that's funny. Do it. Or might. I'm going to try the law one more time. The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hayden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the Mancock said, intrigued, "Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all gods that we accept this charge." How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. "It's always been known to my people." "I see. And what of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? You think Galawain would want some mouldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust?" The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. "He would not. He told us otherwise." "I'm sure he did, just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents?" Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Hayden the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Splendid. "Oh, I've got another fella in my party. Do you have anything then?" A blinding strike. Unable to see. Oh, that might be quite useful. Yeah, you know what? You do that to him, whilst we come up and charge.
How can
Go.
I help?
Oh, there we go. Is he gone down already? Right, knock down on you. There we go. Nice. And that's how you do it. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions, now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. You scored a crit. Excellent. It's better than a hit, because it's a crit. Blah, blah, blah. Good. Continue. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents with an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Oh, I wanted to loot. Oh, there be magic. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hearden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hearden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hearden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from your position. If you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Throw your weapon at the attacker. Dexterity 15, can't do that. Allow Hearden to break free on his own. No, throw the weapon. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hearden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hearden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hirden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, upsetting balances. As you dart beneath the old door archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. The character sheet contains all of the details about your party members. It also features a list of all your personal and party statistics, including reputations.
Of course.
Ugh.
A Bewick. Had to be.
And we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Man, not able to loot any of those dead bodies that we just had. The ruins of Silent Liss. The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. It has just gone 10 past. I think I might get to a save point before I save it. Is there anything that's grabbable here?
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Who attacked us? What about everyone else in our caravan? You don't seem too upset about all this. Let's get going. What happened out there? Windstorm of a kind that they only get in Glanfarth. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfarthen word is Bewick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out, but they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glanfarthens. They be the hut dwellers Adema warned you about. Look to be Fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. He said that anyway. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Adema, I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Glanfarthens said we had trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Adema would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glanfarthens don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glanced down the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Callista's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Calista looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. That's what Ethan Hunt says in Mission Impossible. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done, because there's other people you care about who still need you. Maybe you've never seen me very upset. Right, let's get going. Okay, I think we are at the start of this dungeon now. I am gonna call it here. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here because I think that's quite a nice little place to call it. Can we save it here? Save game, yes, please. New save file. And let's call it Kilmer 1. Super. So there we go. We are now getting right into it. We've got a little band together, a band of 3. It's enough to take that these days, so I'm sure we'll be fine. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I need to come away from there. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. I think I'm going to try and play a bit more of this, because this is actually really rather good, and I think it is quite far more fast-paced. It's got a lot more shortcuts than Baldur's Gate had, so I won't be clambering through every single item, which would be boring, but I would love it. But yeah, I think I'm going to continue this as a Let's Play, hopefully. Don't know how regular. Might be once a week, depending. But yes, expect more Pillars of Eternity soon. Obviously, Darkest Dungeon will also come soon, when I'm a bit more grinded. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and do all that malarkey. Enjoy your day. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Take care and have a good one. Ta-ta for now.